What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. So, I'm going to be talking about more than one thing in this video, but they all relate to the same topic, kinda, like the same category topic, kinda. Now, I'm going to tell you this right away, it's kind of morbid and it's kind of gloomy, though. So, I've been following this series on YouTube. It's called Seriously Strange, and it's hosted by a man named Rob Dyke. And to be honest with you, I'm actually hooked on the series. I think it's really interesting to start with, but also because the way Rob Dyke narrates all the stuff on the show, it's just like he does it so it's just so eerie how he narrates all of it, and it just gives me the chills, and I think it's awesome that he does that. And he does serial killer files, and he also does another scary series on YouTube called Twisted Tens. And I seen all of them actually, but these are the ones that stood out to me most. So the first one was 10 chilling messages sent before death. Twisted Tens, that's what it's titled on YouTube. You can go find it. And one what he was talking about was like these 10 chilling messages sent before death, like literally, but like most of it was like internet and online stuff. And the one case he talked about which stood out to me most was the Jojo San. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. She was a Chinese girl who killed herself because her boyfriend broke up with her, and what happened was she had this boyfriend who she was in love with, and she would always post about what they do together on Instagram all the time. But then eventually they split up because his mother didn't approve of her or the relationship, so he broke up with her. But then she got really depressed and she became obsessed with him, and she started posting seductive pictures of herself on her Instagram page to win him back. And she also started posting pictures of his stuff on fire, and she was posting a lot of depressing posts about him and everything, and that he betrayed her, and that she was really mad at him and everything. And what happened was, eventually, she ended up committing suicide by jumping from her apartment window. And one of the last pictures, this wasn't the last picture she posted. The last picture she posted was actually a picture of his stuff on fire. But one of the last pictures she posted was a picture of her legs dangling from her apartment window at night when she was about to jump. And I actually thought that was really sad. And I just want to say this. She didn't just kill herself just because her boyfriend broke up with her. Because when someone commits suicide, it's never for one reason at all. I mean, that could have been the thing that threw her over the edge, but it's never just for one reason. But I think the reason why he probably broke up with her, yeah, his mother didn't approve of the relationship, but I think it was also because he probably didn't really like her as much. Well, obviously he didn't if he broke up with her like that. And yeah, because they were adults. They were 20 and 19 years old. They could have figured something out. And I felt bad for her, so yeah. And there was also another thing that stood out to me from Robert Dyke's Twisted Tens. There was this one episode of Twisted Tens called 10 Photos Taken Right Before Death, and this one stood out for me because I really feel like it could have been prevented, and that these two guys died because of negligence or something. However you want me to word that, but you'll get what I mean soon. So, here's a picture. These two men were working on a wind turbine, and it caught on fire and malfunctioned, and that was the last picture taken of them. The guys both of them died. One was 21 and one was 19. It was really sad. One of them jumped to their deaths off the wind turbine, and the other one tried escaping by crawling in, and he ended up burning to death. And I honestly think that both of those guys could have been rescued and saved, because there's, so far I thought of two ways they would have been able to rescue them. They could have got a crane there and used a crane to get them off the wind turbine, but that probably would have been dangerous. I'm 100% sure if the wind turbine malfunctioned that it wasn't spinning at all, like the blades weren't spinning. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to use the crane. But I'm 100% sure the blades weren't spinning. I don't know why they didn't think of that, because that could have saved both of them. But there was also another way they could have rescued them. They could have got a helicopter and dropped a rope ladder so they could crawl onto the helicopter and they could have got away from the wind turbine without jumping or burning to death. But I think that might have also been complicated. It all depends on whether the wind turbine blades were spinning, because if they weren't, they could have done both of those things and they could have saved both of them. But I think it's really sad that they didn't. I think it's probably just that they didn't have time, probably, because the wind turbine was probably going to collapse. But I don't think it ever did. But still, it's really messed up, and I felt sorry for them too. But yeah, stuff like that happens. But Rob Dyke's videos are really interesting. I think everyone who's interested in creepy stuff should watch them. I do have an idea on what he can do next in his next video. Not sure if he'd want to, but probably unidentified decedents, like John Does and Jane Does, people who are found dead and no one identified them. I mean, he has done an episode about missing people and strange disappearances, but he I guess he could do one on unidentified decedents, because it could help them get identified. I mean, even though it'd be kind of morbid, like showing them on a show like this, I mean, if he did it with missing people, I'm pretty sure he could do this with unidentified decedents too. And that'd be really interesting too. Kind of sad, but interesting though. So yeah, that's basically it. So tell me what you thought about everything I talked about in this video. Tell me if you watch Rob Dyke's videos at all, and tell me what you think of them in the comments. Seriously, people. So that's basically it. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and that's it. Peace out, people.